Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at our, well, to cut a long story short, no item run against Super Saiyan Blue Evolved SS Vegeta, or however you want to phrase it. Sorry, Super Saiyan God SS Evolved Vegeta. And this is from the USS variation, because there's actually quite a few blue Vegetas that you fight now with all the blue zones. This is the current latest stage from the USS edition, and honestly it's actually pretty tough. Yeah, it's pretty rough, I will say. Not impossible, because we do it no item obviously, but I mean, like, genuinely speaking, it's relatively tough. Yeah, I will say, like, for the most part, it's not the easiest run, because there's a couple of things, and the main thing is actually in the second phase, because of how basically the, like, how can I say this? Because of how he disables evasion, the second phase can be quite tricky. Now, of course, you have units like Tech MUI Goku, who are great and are absolutely amazing when it comes to attending or counteracting those evasion-based fights. But obviously, you can still be caught out by them, especially if your team does not have those mechanisms. Fortunately, we are using a very, very cool team, Uncontrollable Power, obviously under the premise of the Int LR Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, and we have a very strong team here. 2 rotations, very set rotations. We have the 2 Brolys, so the 2 Brolys kind of doing their thing, rotating their active skill, which is amazing because Vegeta is obviously super type, so we're getting that increased damage, we're getting that increased protection for ourselves instead of buffing the boss like we sometimes do with the extreme team. So yeah, that obviously works out amazingly. And then of course on top of that we have physical Janemba, physical Buhan being a very strong rotation that we're making kind of function together. That's really, really fun. Then other rotation wise, we are obviously setting up the Brolys. We are floating the strength Broly as well, because of that support functionality. Something just to kind of preface, you do want to transform Buhan pretty much as soon as it's available, because to cut a long story short, like, obviously big bad bosses is a very, very, very important mechanic basically, and having big bad bosses available for Janemba is pretty big. Buhan, even after only like 1 turn, will have like, I think, 1.3 million defense after his multiple supers, and guard, and pretty much everything you need. So he should be fine, I think, outside of a direct super attack. So yeah, I mean, realistically, big damage, and then obviously you get the interrupt as well on top of that. So I mean, there is still a lot of functionality that you get out of Broly, out of everyone, out of everything. So I think, for me, to cut a long story short, very happy with the, like, overall functionality of everything. I think very happy with how the team came together. Tons of great buffs recently, so the team just works like a dream. Everything functions really well. Vegeta's way easier now, to be honest with you. I think the best team before this used to be the USS team. Because of the multiple revives, you could get through the first phase, and then you would just, basically have Tech MUI Goku use his active skill / domain, and then, just kind of blow up Vegeta. Basically was, I believe, the understanding there. But honestly, for me, all things considered, I think this team handles it very well, and I think it's just a really fun team to use. I think it's very, very fluid. I think it's very nice. Like, functionality wise, units link up very well. Everything kind of comes together very nicely. There's not a lot of, like, downtime on links. I think the Brolys are used correctly. You got AGL Broly linked up with whichever Broly you want at any given time. While the domains are up, those Brolys tank really, really well. So yeah, I just find that everything works out really, really well. using the rage skill to also finish off the opposition, because why not? You know, play that extra safety card that you have. Why take the risk ultimately, you know? So yeah, pretty decent stuff. I think overall, team's working great. Everything's working really, really well. And yeah, honestly speaking, I think for me, really, really good. So more than happy with how the team functioned. If you are looking to an item, I do think Uncontrollable Power or Movie Bosses is probably one of the best teams right now. Uncontrollable Power does have a lot of good advantages, especially in terms of the double revive, which is a mechanic that's very, very helpful. So yeah, I think that's always something that's super duper helpful. But yeah, ultimately at the end of the day, really, really happy with everything. And I think ultimately for me, a really, really good team run. So yeah, all in all, really good stuff. And see you next time. Bye.